friends, Deb here, bringing you another episode of Friday Sews. Let's go. So last week I brought to you, oh yes, the NewLook 6871. Here it is. Nice little blouse, or so it seems, and I made the original one last week without any adjustments. Well, that didn't come out too well. In fact, I thought I was going to have to ditch the whole thing and give it to charity. I'll always try and finish things and give them to charity. But when I actually did finish the thing, I saw it hanging up in the wardrobe next to my white trousers. And I thought, I wonder if that would work. So cut here and you can see what they look like yourself. I have actually worn them once this week to work, and I think they're okay. I think I can wear them. I mean, it's far from perfect. That bust is still up at the front, but hey. Well, it's Thursday, dear people, and here I am, and I'm wearing this top that I said was probably only going to be good for the charity shop. So I'll stand back in a minute, you can see it properly. I have made some adjustments to it to try and make it work a bit better, because as you recall from my last Friday Sews, the fit wasn't great. What have I done? Well, adding the sleeves helped a little bit. I took in some tucks on the back neck to try to pull the front down a little bit, because it was sort of going up at the back there and gaping right out like that, but there's really only very minimal. And believe me, I've unpicked nothing. I'll just stick in a little tuck here and there. Anybody who was a precise sewist would look at my adjustments and go, oh, terrible. Anyway, but I really finished it so that I could give it to the charity shop so it wouldn't end up in landfill. But then I looked at my white trousers. Side note, I've got two pairs of white 3/4 pants, which I had adjusted from 3/4 pants to 7/8, and now I realise that they probably won't last till next year. That's going to be something on the list for next year. But anyway, if I step back, you can see I've made it a bit longer because it was too short by adding the blue to it. I also lengthened the sleeves, and I did think, oh, I could have actually had a two-part sleeve. One of the views, it's got a two-part sleeve, but this is a bit stiffer, this fabric, and I was a bit worried if I did that they would end up like that, sort of like wings. If I look at the side, you can see it still goes up at the front. But hey, I can't, there's not much I can do about that. I think it's good enough. I mean, I think I can wear it. I'm happy enough. Which reminds me, hey, when I work in a university and when I'm going around, we've got all the students there. And when I'm going around now, I keep looking at people's clothes and thinking, that doesn't fit very well. That doesn't fit very well. In fact, yesterday I wore a dress, ready-to-wear dress that I've had for a few years, and I looked at myself and went, those shoulders are not right at all. Women often end up feeling bad about their bodies, and I think the reason for that is that most of us are actually quite curvy, and there is a particular body type that's very tall and slim. In fact, she's not really my daughter-in-law, she's my husband's son's partner. She's a lovely girl. She's pregnant at the moment. She's going to give me my first grandchild, but she has that body type. And I said to her with a little pregnancy bump, I said, how do you like having a tummy? And she said, oh, it's very odd. She said it gets in the way when you bend over. Because she is literally someone who would have had no tummy ever. But you see, the more flesh you have on your body, the more individual your body becomes. And of course, ready-to-wear clothes, they're made for, they're made to sort of fit most people as best they can, and actually that is not very well. And that's the superpower us sewists have. So yeah, on from that, I cut out this version in pink, having made all those pattern adjustments that I detailed last week. And because I had a bit more fabric, I made this version, which I thought, they did look a bit short, the sleeves. I thought, oh, they're probably like 3/4 sleeves. I'll make them 2 inches longer. Well, I did, and they're just barely below my elbow. Yeah, I don't think I would have had enough fabric to make them fully long, but because I did have a little extra fabric, and this fabric is a bit thicker than my last one, and I'll be taking it off in a minute because it's actually quite hot, so I won't be wearing it in this season. I'll wear it in the shoulder season when it gets more towards autumn, which should be coming soon. But we seem to be having a sort of late summer, and now I'm in my shorts, look. I don't wear shorts out much. Well, I do actually. I wear them to town, but I wouldn't wear them to work. I'll show you some footage now of me in that, wearing this, and then we'll talk about some of the problems. So yeah, it's a bit of a, yeah, as you can see, I don't know if you noticed on the reel, that same problem thing is still lifting up, even though I made that adjustment and I gave more in the front, and I think maybe I took a bit too much out of the back, so I've adjusted the pattern a little bit again. Not that I want to make this thing, at the moment I never want to see this pattern again, but I'm sure I'll get over that in time. I think the problem though maybe lies that it has this, if I can show you, it has this yoke that goes down here, and of course I've added more space here, but I didn't add more space here, and the neck was gaping, so of course, so really what I needed was less space here, more space here, and I did add more space here. So what I probably need to do is sort of cut the pattern up and then spread it out a bit and put a little tiny bit more space in the front. Who knows? I am literally over it at this point. Anyway, I'm not so terribly fussy. I will wear this. I do love the colour. Look, pink, pink, pink. And funny, because when I looked on the pattern, there's a pink version in the pattern. I wonder if you can see that. There's a pink version in the pattern with pink spots. Ha! Pink with white spots. I put the bit of bias binding on after I'd done the facing and everything, which is probably completely and utterly wrong, but I just felt it needed something. And then when I was gathering the sleeves, I thought, well, I can't put bias binding on that. What could I put on? So I actually, before I gathered them, I used a bit of knicker lace and gathered it, you know, pulled it so it gathered them slightly, and then I added a bit of elastic in the channel. So yeah, I still don't think I've really cracked it. Actually, do you ever really crack it? I'm not sure that I really ever really crack anything completely. I guess as long as I get a wearable garment at the end, I'm happy to keep trying. I don't like wasting things though. Oh, this was charity shop fabric, and I can't remember how much it was, but it was probably under $10. So, you know, it's a win. You'll note that in the footage I filmed of myself, I'm wearing trousers with it, but that's because I think I'll wear trousers in that season. I put those trousers on for like 5 minutes to film that footage, and oh, it's so hot. Do you not find that when it's summer, you can't imagine? Yeah, I look at my winter clothes and I think, gosh, I can't imagine it ever being cold enough to wear those, and vice versa. When it's winter, I look at my summer clothes and think, gosh, I can't imagine it's ever going to be good enough, you know, hot enough to wear those clothes. Yeah, anyway, thank you for all your lovely comments. Yeah, a few people said, I think one person said that they've made a lot of these blouses. I actually think probably it works really well for you if you're not as busty as me. You wouldn't end up with this problem of this yoke getting pushed up all the time. Yeah, but comfortingly, a few of you said that you have tried this pattern and you thought it was a bit of a dog too, so that makes me feel better. Yeah, and I loved your comments about the Make 9. Yeah, I think a lot of us are like, target, let's have it be a target, not a deadline, was one commenter. And people who say, you know, well, it's nice to put down what you want to make, but I'd rather sew things on a whim. And I am a bit like that too. I got this lovely jumper pattern free. Isn't it beautiful? It's boiled wool though. I have no idea where I'm going to get boiled wool from. And I probably should check the fit first before I buy anything expensive to make it out of. But that is a Debbie jumper. That is a jumper that I would definitely like to wear in the winter. And Karina from Lifting in Pins and Needles, she's just been brought out the Love Notions Metra blazer, and she puts in lots of, you know, support on how to make it. And I looked at that blazer and I thought, oh, it said I wouldn't buy any more patterns. No. Clicked. It's not that I have got a few other patterns, but I bought that one because it's so very simple that it's knit. It's my go-to type of garment. I like a garment that's halfway between a formal blazer and a cardigan. Works really well for my temperate climate here. So I did succumb, and I don't know what I've got to make with it, but we'll see. Last thing, frugal frocks. Yes, I am considering what I could make. I will be making a video. Please do have a look at everyone's videos. It's going to be fantastic when we see everybody's frocks that they've made from free patterns. Because of my fitting issues, particularly my bust, I don't want to make a frock that I'm never going to wear. I'm not a great big dress wearer, although I did wear my cashmerette Upton, my black one. I'll put it there this week, and I felt good in it, and lots of people said to me, oh, you look pretty today. So I probably need to get over that. The dress issue is often to do with not liking to wear tights, so I'm not sure what I'll make for frugal frocks, because we're in what month is it now? We're in February, which is the same as June, July, August. It's the same as August in the Northern Hemisphere. So we're getting well through February. So, you know, I'm expecting that we would start moving towards autumn pretty soon. And I don't want to make something that's really, I can't wear, because, you know, you don't get that instant gratification. That was a bit of a problem with this. This is a bit too hot to wear now, but hopefully the delayed gratification will be all right. Yeah, but yeah, do check out everybody on the hashtag frugal frocks. Their ideas are amazing. I'm going to be fascinated to see all the dresses when they're made, and it just goes to show just how many free patterns there are out there. In fact, I'm generally frugal anyway, and I'm stingy too. I think in America they call it cheap. I think I'd be described as cheap, and you know what? I'm cheap and I'm proud of it. I am quite picky about what I buy, especially now that I've got plenty of patterns. Anyway, that's me for today. I hope that you are all doing well, and you know, things are moving on, and we'll be slowly getting a plan for getting back to normal life. Yeah, see you soon. Take care. Bye.